Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Baby, the message I heard is go through my daughter. The scripture comes from Tobit 9:1. And Tobias called Raphael and said to him, Brother Azariah, take a servant and 2 camels with you and go to Rages of Media to Gabriel and receive the money for me and bring him to the wedding feast, because Raguel has sworn that I must not depart. So here's the message. For somebody, God got you on a mission, okay? And you may not exactly understand this mission, but God has you on a mission. And your mission is to help someone. Kind of how Raphael, the angel here, was on a mission to help Tobias. You know, he was on a mission to help him. God said for whoever this is for, this person is trying to go all the way around in circles, avoiding you. And you have the answer. But they are trying to go to all these other people to try to get help from these people. The people that they are going to, for somebody, these are not, like, I hear God saying they're going about this in a very dangerous way. And they are not foreseeing future events that will occur if they go through these people. They keep trying. And a lot of these people are snakes in the grass. And for what I'm seeing, it's like for somebody, this is your spouse. And if this person would just act right and come to you, y'all will blossom. But they want to go to all these other people and see if this person can help and that person. And they keep on having these bright ideas. And in reality, it's not a bright idea. It's a fuse and a light bulb. And if you hit it a certain kind of way, the light will come on and then it go right back out. The sad thing is, for some of you, this person is never going to get it. They going to keep on trying to go to all these people. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, you are growing weary of waiting on this person to finally snap and realize that you the person they supposed to go through. Ironically, right before I came to relay this message, for some of you, this person is lying on you. There are people that are coming to them asking them why they won't use you. Why they won't allow you to help them. Why are they avoiding you? Why are I just feel like this is somebody that they are bending over backwards to avoid your help. And they are going around to everybody else. For some of you, it's a pride thing. Their pride is getting in the way because they don't want to have to ask you. Some of them look at you and they feel like you think you better than them. And they may have way more than you. But they still have this complex of feeling as if they think you're better than them. And the ironic thing about people like that is they always say that it's you. That you think you all that. And you think you got this going on. And you think you so much better than this person, that person, and the third. When in reality, those are their feelings. They feel like you better than them. They feel like you got it going on. They feel like you're better than this person, that person, and the third. It's not the other way around. But when it comes down to it, this is preventing them from receiving the blessing that God has in store for them. Because they want to play. And their pride is in the way. Their ego is too big. And you know what I'm saying? The sad thing about this is a situation where their ego is not even intended to get bruised. It's not intended to get busted. It's not intended to be popped. But if they carry on with what they're doing, it is going to. Because God is saying that the people that they are going, the way they are going about it, the people that they are using, the people that they are trying to use to achieve what they're trying to achieve, these are people that intend to turn on them. These are people that intend to turn on them. In this situation right here, if Raphael wasn't an angel and he was a normal person and he had his own selfish gain and his own selfish plan, He could have went with those servants, took that money, and went on about his business. But because he was an angel, he went and did as he was instructed to and brought the money back. God is saying this is somebody that they are entrusting a lot. For some of them, their lives, everything that they have, to people that intend to backfire, like to backstab them. It's going to backfire on somebody. And it's not going to be pretty. This person has received several signs, wonders, messages, dreams of the people that are trying to hurt them. And instead of turning to you, they turn their back on you and run towards these people. God said if this person carry on doing this here, they are going to fall, and they're going to fall. It's going to be a big fall. And it's all because of their pride. We already know pride cometh before the fall. A prideful person is not, it's a bad situation. This is a scenario for disaster. For some of you, this person, there are other people that have asked them, why don't you use such and such? And they come up with all kind of lies and excuses as to why they are not asking you for help. They come with all kind of reasons as to why they don't think that will be a good idea. All of these reasons that they utter from their mouth is total nonsense. It doesn't make any sense and it doesn't add up. God is saying that this person is about to receive a great mighty fall if they do not take heed to his warning. There are so many people that are out to get this person, and they are surrounded by their enemies. And the crazy thing is, the enemies have them in such a chokehold that they look at you, someone that is there to help them, as an enemy. But you were actually intended to pull them out. But they don't want to catch your hand. Every time they see your hand, they put it to the side. And they would rather grab on the hand of somebody that's going to pull them out for a little while than push them back in the pit. God said this is a bad case. This is a bad situation for this person to be in. And they are not paying attention to what's going on around them. The sad thing is they are grabbing a hold to hands of people that have already hurt them. They are grabbing a hold to hands of people that have already did them wrong. They are grabbing a hold to hands of people that have already showed them their true colors. And instead of them taking heed to the Lord's warning and grabbing your hand, they are avoiding you. For some of you, God says they're doing this because, you know the saying, the devils we know is better than the devil we don't know. But they don't realize you're not a devil. They don't realize you're not evil. They don't realize you're not wicked. They don't realize you don't want nothing from them. And there is no good deed that you have done that opens their eyes to realizing that you only intend to help them. The sad thing about this is, on your part, I just feel like you are hoping and praying that this person will wake up in time before everything falls down. And for some of you, I'm just going to be real. They may not. And if they don't, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. They're like, when it comes down to it, when it comes to trust, there is nothing that you can do to force someone to believe that you are trustworthy. It's nothing you can do to force someone to believe that you don't mean them any harm. There is nothing that you can do. It's nothing you can say. This is a situation where this person, maybe they haven't known you very long. And they don't know what you're really about. They don't realize that if they go down the path that you have in store, there are riches ahead. Every other path that comes before them, there is some kind of stumble. There is some kind of fall. There is some kind of pit. And there is some kind of glass box to keep them sheltered and to keep them at bay. And for some of them, it's a sentence. It's even worse than that. Some of these people really have people that are trying to get at them. They really have people that are coming against them. And, I just feel like with this message, God is saying that he doesn't want you to have anger in your heart towards this person, because they already, like, this is a situation where they will fall by their own sword. They will fall by their own hand, because they had the option to come with you. They had the option to do as you were instructing them to, even if you just throw out hints. And I know that when you are a woman that was sent by God, it's not always going to make sense for a man to take instruction from a woman. And I'm being reminded of hold on. Where's her story at? Judith's story, and how Judith was the one that took down the enemy's army. It's not easy for a man to go along with a woman's plan. But in this situation right here, sometimes God is testing. You know what I'm saying? And for some men, that is a hit to their pride. But this is a test. And, it's not like, this is, God say, final exam. For somebody, it's a final exam. If they take your advice, the blessings that their life will have in store, the blessings that will be in store are just, but if they ignore your advice and they insist on going about their own way, for some of them, it's very detrimental. For some of them, what I see is an end. For some of them, what I see, like, and it really just depends on the situation. For some of these people, it's not a situation where it's going to be an end. You know what I'm saying? Although they may have some people that want to take them up out of here. And, for some of them, it's a situation where they may be put in it's going, like God is saying, solitary. And when God say things like this, sometimes it's just a mental thing and a spiritual thing, and sometimes it is physical. But God is saying that for somebody, if this person do not take heed to what you talking about, sometimes it ain't nothing wrong with being out the way and all the way out the way. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with being out of the mix. Ain't nothing wrong with letting them have it for a little while. And I'm being reminded of the movie, what's the name of that movie? I'm like literally seeing I'm being reminded of the movie. What is the name of that movie? It's the movie that Future came out with some years ago. But anyways, in this movie, guy's at the top of the food chain, you know what I'm saying? And he is deciding that he wants to get out the game. He want to leave. He done. He finished. He has stacked up as much money as he can stack up. He already knows what's going to happen. He already knows what he will end up. He see it's younger people that's coming into the game. They want to take over. They want to do this. They want to do that. He tells himself and he tells his girl, we finna go on about our business. Instead of him actually doing that, he decides to go about and he's telling this person, that person, he's trying to get things in order and he's trying to do all these things. And the whole time I was watching that movie, I kept thinking to myself, why don't he just leave? If you already ahead of the game, he already had money in the safe, he had a nice house, he got all these businesses. All he really got to do is pack up his stuff, buy a property wherever they was going to go, and go. He can handle everything else from overseas. He don't have to physically be in the city doing what he's doing, carrying on with what he's carrying on with in order to do that. He could literally hire a realtor to sell the house and all the cars and all that stuff. And there's more money. There's a lump sum that he can add to his repertoire. But instead of doing that, he decides that it's like he basically created more problems for himself. And I just feel like a lot of lives would have been saved if he would have just left. And it's not to say that he didn't get the victory in the end, But there are so many things that could have been avoided if he would have just left. Ain't nothing wrong with just calling in and checking in every once and again. Ain't nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying? He had somebody that he could have left everything to. He really ain't have to be there. All that he was doing was unnecessary. And I'm just saying, like, I don't know who that's for, but you know what I'm saying? If you getting the signs that it's time to move around, ain't nothing wrong with moving around. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you know what I'm saying? I know some people don't want to hear that. You want to live, you want to carry on forever, that's your business. But for somebody, God said this is a warning. And you didn't receive warning after warning after warning that it's time to move around, but you ain't trying to move around. And I don't know who that's for, but God said it's time. It's time. Ain't nothing wrong with dipping off. And it don't mean you have to be gone forever. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about how on the show I was watching on the Game of Thrones, the prequel to Game of Thrones, how she was like, you know what, it's time for us to go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Had she stayed at that moment when her father passed, she would have been out of there. But because she realized, she peeped what was going on, she peeped how people was moving, she peeped how people was feeling about her, she packed up her kids and she went on about her business. And I don't know who this is for, but God said he really wants you to pay attention to what's going on around you. Ain't nothing wrong with moving around. I know I for sure ain't had no problem moving around. When I peeped what was going on around me, how people was moving, what was going on, what was being said, I'm not finna stay and try to figure out what y'all talking about. Nah, I know when I'm outnumbered. I know when I'm outnumbered. And you know what I'm saying? It don't matter how bad, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I am. It don't matter how much a fighter I am. It don't matter who taught me how to fight. It don't matter how throw these hands is. You know what I'm saying? How many boxing lessons I done had and all that. I can't beat when I'm outnumbered. It's a certain number that you be alright. You know what I'm saying? 2 against 1, maybe. Yeah, you might got it. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying, if you a better fighter than they are, it's over for them. 3 against 1, it's a slim chance, maybe. It's a slim chance, maybe. It's a slim chance, maybe. 4, 5, 6 against 1, baby. 7, 8, 9. You have to know, like, what do they say? You have to know when to hold them and when to fold them, baby. You got to know when it's time to go. You got to know when it's time to just chunk the deuce. And sometimes you got to know when you don't chunk the deuce, just go. Ain't nothing wrong with slipping out the back door. If at a later date, you can go ahead and come in through the front. Sometimes God wants us to get out the way so he can get rid of our enemies. He'll handle them. But I don't know who this is for, but God is saying he been touching you on your shoulder and tapping you on your shoulder and tapping you on your shoulder. You keep on shaking him off. You keep on shaking him off, you're going to find yourself in a whirlwind of trouble. It's time to go for somebody. That's for somebody. I wasn't even trying to go this long with this message, but that is for somebody. It is time to go. It is time to go. It is time to go. Even if you don't go with the person God sent to you, it's time for you to go. Ain't nothing wrong with dipping off. But anyways, when it comes to whoever this is for, that you were sent to somebody to help them, sometimes they not going to accept your help. Sometimes they going to treat you as if you are an enemy. Sometimes they going to treat you as if you are the bad guy. Sometimes they going to treat you like you are the problem. God says, okay, to back away and let them do what they going to do. They made their choice. They have made their choice. This is somebody, they have made a definite decision in their mind that they don't want your help. They don't want to go through you. Whatever they choose to do, that's their business. But they have decided that they don't want to go through you. They don't care about your plan. They're not concerned about what you like. And I just feel like you could really have this person. You could, like, your plan will have this person set in the shade somewhere with their feet up. But they don't want to hear about your plan. And that's fine. Let them carry on with what they gonna do. And you carry on. God will send you another mission. That's the message. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.